Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this edition of Prime Time Newscast in the English language on Canal the International. I'm called Morinzi at Top Stories. A press conference earlier announced at the Japoma Stadium this evening and to be chaired by CAF President Patrice Motsepe has been cancelled at the last minute. In this edition, we present updates on the African Cup of Nations. And meanwhile, the official posters of the 33rd edition of the African Cup of Nations symbolizing unity amongst Africans has been launched, and this is coming few days to the opening match built for Sunday between Cameroon and Burkina Faso. And in spite of instructions from the administration to ensure clean cities before, during and after the African Cup of Nations, the town of Cameroon's economic city, Douala, is still to get rid of all taxi drivers and clear roadsides of makeshift structures. Those were major stories. Details right ahead. Good evening once more. A press conference earlier announced at the Japoma Stadium this evening and was supposed to be chaired by CAF President Patrice Motsepe has been cancelled at the last minute. Our reporter Emekati Mukuri is presently at the Japoma Stadium with updates. Emekati Mukuri.
Hello, Morindi. I'm now standing at Bona Priso, just next Hotel La Falaise, where is located the team of Equatorial Guinea. Unfortunately, we cannot get so much images of the players or of the team just because they are now sleeping. They will go in 1 hour to Stade Japoma for their first training. Equatorial Guinea, which arrived just yesterday during the night, late at the night, and they are going to have their first training. So we have announced today the conference of President Patrice Motsepe, the president of the CAF, but unfortunately that conference has been cancelled. That's the latest news that we have concerning this meeting. Patrice Motsepe, who arrives today at the international airport of Douala, he announced the launch of a conference, but unfortunately the conference has been cancelled. But I propose to you to listen to Patrice Motsepe on the reason why he came today at the capital economy, Douala.
We are very excited and very confident, and the competition over the next few weeks is going to be world class. We set high standards. We have to set high standards for ourselves as CAF, as African football, as Cameroon. And that's why when I started, I said that we want this Cameroon AFCON Cup to be the very best. Are there going to be challenges? There are always challenges. There's no competition in the world, whether it's the World Cup or the European competitions or in America. There will always be challenges. And that's why we've been talking every day. I really want to thank the Minister of State, Ngongo. I said I thought that surname Ngongo comes from Mandela's village in the Eastern Cape in South Africa. We are all one people. So I want to thank him. We've been talking every day. And the commitment of the government of Cameroon, and I want to thank President Paul Biya as well. I want to thank him because at the meeting we had, it was at a time when COVID-19 had this new variant. And there was a legitimate request. It started with me because I have a duty. I have a duty to, and CAF has a duty, and African football has a duty to protect the health, safety and lives of our people.
So for the rest of the program today, we know Equatorial Guinea is going to have the first training of the team just in few hours or in few minutes concerning Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast is actually at the Bepanda Stadium for the second training. The team went there yesterday for their first training, and then Sierra Leone, who arrived very late yesterday, also is going to go to the Japoma Stadium. We just want to precise that the first match here in Douala is going to be on Thursday 11 between Algeria and Sierra Leone, and just after on Wednesday, Ivory Coast is going to know what the Sierra Leone team is about. From Bonna Priso, Hotel La Falaise, Aimé Catherine Moukouri and Thierry Nana for the English news.
And thank you so much, Emeka Mukuri, for those updates. And Littoral Governor Dieudonné Ivahadibois says Douala is ready to welcome visitors for the AFCON tournament. Speaking to the press, the governor says from infrastructure health, tourism to the hospitality industry, all is set. Let's take a listen.
I'll say that since the beginning of these tournament, of AFCON tournament, the Douala Airport, International Airport, is a kind of hub. We are welcoming the delegation that are even going to the other sites. We have the site of Bafoussam, the site of Limbe. Some are going even to Yaoundé, and we are assuring them that we have taken all the dispositions to make people be happy of their stay here in the Douala, the capital of the littoral region. And we want to say that many places are offering them good cultural events, and also they can eat all what Cameroonians have as good foods. And the population also are proud to help the government to organize this event here in the Douala. You know, as far as security is concerned, there's no problem at all, because we have patrols here and there. Even the population are contributing to make a kind of peaceful atmosphere, so that it's good for everyone to come here in Douala and to watch those matches.
And as we gradually get closer to the D-Day of the African Cup of Nations, the African Football Confederation, CAF, has launched the posters of the 2023 edition of the African Cup of Nations, symbolizing unity among Africans. Let's take a listen. Let's watch this report by our reporter, William Fro.
With the excitement mounting as Africa's finest stars prepare together for the Total Energies African Cup of Nations Cameroon 2021, the Confederation of African Football and the local organizing committee have unveiled the vibrant tournament poster in Cameroon today, symbolizing football's energy and passion and its ability to unite across all colors and creeds on the African continent. The poster also pays homage to colorful traditions to the host nation, Cameroon. For Total Energies African Cup of Nations Cameroon 2021, CAF is continuing the tradition of creating a poster that represents the tournament and shares with the world Africa's powerful message that our differences enrich us, our energy is the same, and more than ever, football unites us. The poster is an illustration of the iconic trophy being lifted by hands of different colors and races, reflecting the true positive spirit of football and underlining the message of unity and equality. The host country, Cameroon, is illustrated both directly and symbolically, firstly by continuing the CAF AFCON tradition of placing a star on the country's location on the map to show the host country. Africa is a land of energy, and since football is and remains a source of energy and passion, we will all come together in Cameroon to celebrate the enriching diversity of our continent. Finally, we are left with the symbolism of the toggle, a traditional Cameroonian cloth worn by chiefs and notables, but men and women often made of black velvet, on which are hand-embroidered patterns and decorations with thread of various colors.
And Cameroon is already vibrating at the rhythm of the African Cup of Nations 2021. The Douala International Airport is as busy as a beehive with travelers streaming in from across the globe. The airports are experiencing robust landings and takeoffs as thousands arrive for the continental fiesta. In spite of instructions from the administration to ensure clean cities before, during and after the African Cup of Nations, the town of Douala is still to get rid of old township taxis and clear roadsides and of makeshift structures. Gladys Ambo Dibang paints a picture of Douala a few days to the tournament. Her story.
2 days to the start of the continental football competition, old and rickety township taxis and heavy-duty vehicles still ply the streets of Cameroon's economic city, Douala, a town that will host thousands of visitors during the tournament. Vendors are still occupying roadsides while traffic hold-up is recurrent. In spite of all this, the population of Douala is hopeful that there will be change of mindset.
We need to be hospitable, receive visitors well. The population should have a change of behavior and have a positive mindset. To receive visitors, bike riders have to be civilized, clean and avoid taking the wrong side of the road. I think we have taken the necessary measures to welcome visitors in the African and Cameroonian manner. Cameroon has not hosted the competition for 50 years, whereas it has won the cup several times. We should be proud to receive the African countries.
In the Vuri, strategies have been taken to tackle urban crimes and drug trafficking to ensure visitors are at peace during their stay in Douala. We have taken measures to ensure the security of our visitors in the Vuri division. I am a member of the vigilante group in Nebel. We want tourists to feel at ease. There have been firm instructions from the administration to keep cities clean by fighting against urban disorder and by organizing the motorbike sector before, during and after the African Cup of Nations, and for Cameroonians to be welcoming, polite to visitors, and for them to behave reasonably.
And a group of organizations in charge of protecting consumers' rights have challenged the government of Cameroon to arise and seek solutions to rising prices of basic commodities in the country that are weighing down on the poor. The task, the powers that be on to have a rating on the tax levied on mobile money operations, which appears so problematic to Cameroonians. Hai Sencha has the rest of that story.
It is with the highest energy that a group of Cameroonian trade unions in charge of consumers' rights reject the new mobile money tax of 0.2%, which they describe as a burden and total exploitation of Cameroonians.
This tax of transfer of money are not accepted by the consumer association. We don't accept it because this tax is a poor consumer. We don't have money. If they want tax, they tax the big consumer who have money. We poor, we don't have money.
The rising prices and scarcity of basic commodities like vegetable oil with a litre at 1,500 francs and above, salt and flour, a veritable problem for the poor and average Cameroonians. Standards of living becoming harder by the day. The organizations challenge the policymakers to seek solutions now before the situation gets worse.
The consumer was every time abused by the traders, by administration. Today, we come here, today we are tired. Something have to be done by the government of the Republic. We are so tired.
Talking to the media in this press declaration, this January 7th in Yaoundé, the advocates unveiled a number of recommendations to help government remedy the situation.
And a research project designed to overcome the mental suffering of adolescents living with HIV and AIDS has been launched at the Chantal Biya Foundation in the nation's political capital, Yaoundé. The research is aimed at ensuring that adolescents receive proper medical attention to wipe out stigmatization. Beatrice Ngamo completes that story.
Adolescents living with HIV/AIDS need social and psychological follow-up for lifestyles free of stigmatization and marginalization due to their status. The findings from our research project made public January the 6th at the Chantal Biya Foundation.
Imagine what can be the problem concerning taking medicine all the life, during all the life, how to manage the sexual activity when you are adolescent and HIV positive. This program will bring us some response to how to manage with that.
This pilot project will involve some 300 adolescents, children aged between 10 to 19 years. They will be receiving antiretroviral drugs at the Mother and Child Center of the Chantal Biya Foundation for a period of 18 months. And this will be twofold: an intervention and routine treatments daily at health centers. The mental health situations and living conditions of the patient under the twofold will be evaluated at the end. The project, entitled Mental Health of Adolescents Living with HIV and AIDS in Cameroon, Evaluation of Psychological and Social Intervention Model, is an initiative of these adolescents grouped under the association dubbed SMAVI.
And some 490 police officers today received medals and epaulettes promoting them for their hard work. A recognition which serves as a motivation to the laureates as a pledge to serve the nation with honor, fidelity, and maintaining peace and order. More on the story with our reporter, Usmo Kusumi.
Joy, happiness, and success is the mood that marked the solemn ceremony of the award of honorary distinction, diplomats, and an epaulette to the deserving police officers, cadet superintendents, assistant superintendents, and inspector of police who completed their training here at the National Advanced Police School. Graduates overwhelmed with success achieved after hard work and sacrifices.
I must thank the Almighty for having maintained me all through this rugged. Mine has been so special.
Ceremony presided over this January 7 in the nation's political capital, Yaoundé, by the Delegate General for National Security, Martin Bargangele. The newly promoted expressed readiness to continue serving the country with fidelity in the maintenance of peace, law, and order.
This proof that my hard work is visible. This is a motivation for me to do more and work with serenity to serve Cameroon in the maintenance of law and order. I have to uphold this confidence.
Our principal mission is to protect and secure fellow citizens of Cameroon. And so do not stay back for any problems you have. Come to us. Of course, we are here to serve you.
95 of them received medals of 4 categories: Order of Value, Cameroonian Order of Merit, Order of Sport Merit, and Police Force Medal, while 3,095 were decorated with epaulets for the rank of Police Commissioner, Senior Superintendent, Superintendent of Police, Assistant Superintendent of Police, and Police Inspectors.
And that report brings us to the end of this edition of Newscast in the English language on Canal the International. Thanks so much for watching. We have news in the French language at exactly 19:50 or Alengis Lenkanga. But coming up next is a program titled and see Valakan. You have every update on the African Cup of Nations with finals on Sunday between Cameroon and Burkina Faso. So we'll be back on Monday at the same time. Good night.
Canal International.